Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Rise of the Resistance again, Disney World's new Star Wars attraction that's been getting a lot of attention, both positive and negative.
Yes.
And people don't want to hear about the negative side of things.
No, and even when you're positive about the negative side of things, you're still a terrible person. So
yeah, so we're going to talk about that. We did a video, well, we actually have done a couple videos leading up to this, talking about how Disney cast members and Imagineers have been leaking information that the ride was not quite show ready.
Right.
It needed more testing. There were problems with it.
Basically to expect it to break down often.
Right.
Which is what we've been saying.
Right, and that they were concerned that Disney executives were pushing for this ride to open earlier than it should have, just to get revenue on the books because the park attendance has been down.
Right.
And now we're seeing what happens when you don't test a ride properly.
You don't listen to your Imagineers and your cast members.
The ride keeps breaking down. We did a video earlier in the week talking about how someone who is actually a huge Disney fan, a huge Galaxy's Edge fan, said that they've been hearing that this ride was not going to be show ready.
Which is what we were hearing too.
And we got called haters. We
always get called haters.
We were bitter. We were horrible people.
They don't listen to the video either, because the video we talk about how for an attraction like this, honestly, all things considered, I think I expected more breakdowns. Honestly,
yeah, it's got a lot of moving parts.
It's a very complicated ride system. It's a brand new, innovative ride system. I give tons of credit to the Imagineering for this one, because it looks really good, and it hasn't broke down nearly as much as I thought it would, considering all the problems we knew that were with it. That's full credit to the Imagineering team and the cast members and the construction people right there. But we also said that the ride, we said good things, but they immediately, you're just haters, why is this even news? No one else is reporting on this. Well, buddy.
A lot of people are reporting on this
They're all just haters, not real news sources.
Well, I'll tell you what happened.
Hollywood Reporter, haters.
Hollywood Reporter, haters. LA Times, haters.
Haters.
But, the funny thing is that there were people reporting the outages during the media event, but it got buried.
Yes.
Because Disney kept pushing it down with all the glowing reviews of the ride. Now, once you ride the attraction, people are completely blown away. The trick is to actually be able to get onto the ride and get through the ride without it breaking down.
Right. Well, before we get into any more,
please subscribe. We just hit 80,000 today.
Oh, we did?
We did. We
Yay!
hit 80,000 just like an hour ago.
20,000 more, guys. Come on.
20,000 more to the six-figure club. That's where we want to be.
That's right. And then we want to go further than that. But that's our first goal.
That's the
first goal. So if you could make sure you subscribe, that'd be helpful. We have a lot of people who listen and don't subscribe. Also, make sure you're still subscribed, because apparently, they purge and they unsubscribe people who are actual real people.
Yeah, YouTube is
bots.
Yeah, you're not Russian bots. YouTube has been doing that a lot lately. So we're going to talk about the Hollywood Reporter talking about how they had a breakdown. Well, I don't even think they mentioned the media event. It broke down during the media event. It broke down yesterday, and it also broke down this morning, and the day is still young. But before that, I just want to point out something.
This at the heart of it is what we're trying to say.
Pepperidge Farm remembers when Bob Chapek threw shade at Universal over the summer because the Hagrid coaster, which was also an innovative ride system,
very complicated,
had problems and had a lot of demand and had 10-hour waits. Bob Chapek said, one of the wins that we had with the opening of Galaxy's Edge is we didn't have the waits.
Because no one was there.
The deep secret is we didn't intend to have lines. If you build in enough capacity, the ride shouldn't go down, and it operates at 99% efficiency, so you shouldn't have 10-hour lines. So 10-hour lines are not a sign of success. It should be seen as a sign of, frankly, failure. From the LA Times, I waited 10 hours for the new Star Wars Rise of the Resistance ride.
There is one difference, though, if we're going to be fair. With Hagrid, I think people had to still wait in line. With this, because of the boarding pass and the virtual queue, you can go do other things. However, if you're just thinking you're going to go in and ride and leave, you're not. If you have like a one-day pass and you don't have a hopper, you are stuck at that park all day. I mean, you could leave and come back, I guess, but you're stuck there until your boarding time. But some people aren't getting much notice. Like, you're told a basic afternoon, evening. You need to be there, so when it goes, you only have so many minutes to get there.
Yeah.
So you still have to stick around. So they literally stuck around all day at Hollywood Studios, all day.
Yeah.
For 10 hours, so it was their boarding pass time. So, I mean, there is a difference, to be fair.
Yeah, but there are people who have been given boarding passes twice and they didn't get the ride. They're very
that's where it's a
salty.
problem.
So we're going to talk about this. It's coming from the Hollywood Reporter. So this is the major leagues. This is not just a mom and pop YouTube channel.
You're just haters.
just being negative
Hollywood
and looking.
Reporter is just negative.
The Hollywood Reporter doesn't know what the hell it's talking about. It's just the freaking Hollywood Reporter. So Disney is having problems. It's been reported by guests that the ride broke down during its first 2 days of operation. They didn't even mention the media event because they tried to keep that quiet.
They did, but it broke down during the media event as well.
Yes, it did. You had to dig for those tweets, but WDW News Today actually posted that we're hearing it was breaking down during the media event. That might explain why people weren't getting through, because they had a thing in the morning and then it was like hours and hours between, and then people came back at night.
Another group of people who are pro Disney as far as being fans. They love Disney, but they don't like the way things go and they call out crap when they see it. Like us. Anyway. So
it appears a new stunning Star Wars attraction, Rise of the Resistance at Disney World, is off to a rough start. That's not true.
That's impossible!
Reportedly breaking down its first 2 days of operation. 3 if you count the media event. Heralded as the most impressive ride undertaking in Disney Parks history.
Which is true, and that's why it's breaking down.
It's a very advanced ride system. The Rise of the Resistance, located in Star Wars Land, Galaxy's Edge, on Thursday. According to visitors who posted to social media, the ride broke down multiple times, forcing them to evacuate the area. And I'm going to talk about this person here. They're not happy. Did not appear that the situation was going much better on Friday. Today, just in the morning, again with visitors reporting on social media, the ride had apparently broken down. Rise of the Resistance is a bust. It's not even 9 and I've already been called for my boarding group, got evacuated for a paper to come back, used that and got evacuated again. Even Universal's Hagrid opening wasn't this atrocious. Tweeting at Disney did not reply to them.
Oh yeah, did you think they would?
I'm not happy that I've been here since 4:30 and I didn't ride the stupid fucking ride that I tried to twice.
And the people,
you're not magical
and then
enough.
Yesterday,
you're not magical enough.
And this is worse today because I think it's breaking down multiple times today. Yesterday it was down for an hour early in the day. I don't think it went down again, not to my knowledge. But because it was down for an hour, people who had boarding passes that were scheduled for later in the evening ended up not getting to go on at all. Or if they happened to be one that got evacuated and didn't get to come back, they didn't get to go at all. So what Disney did was they gave them a Fast Pass Plus that you can use any ride, including Rise of the Resistance, for today. And then they gave them an extra 1 day pass with park hopper option, because some people only had a 1 day pass. What are they going to do to come back? For you can use whenever. So that's actually quite a bit. I mean, they're really trying to hide this or get people happy, keep customers, because that's for Disney. Okay, let's put it in perspective. We got stuck on a monorail in June in the heat, like noon, 1 o'clock, and when it's hot.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
When a piece of it fell off, it was smoking and sparking, and so they shut all the power down so it wouldn't catch on fire. No air conditioning. When we got off finally after an hour or so, we got Powerade, water, and a fast pass for anything except for the good rides like Mine Train, Frozen, and Flight of Passage.
But you can ride.
That's all we got.
You can ride Living with the Land. You could ride. Journey into Imagination with Figment.
That's right, but you couldn't ride it. I mean, that's what we got after. I mean, I guess we should have held out because I'm telling you. So my point is for what it was. They're really giving out a lot. To try to make people happy. I wonder what they gave out for the gondola incident.
Oh my God.
I kind of wonder what those people got, because you never hear anything about what anybody got.
You don't hear anything about the Skyliner. Well, no, because they had to sign NDAs, I'm sure.
So you never hear what they got.
No.
3 hours being trapped on a Skyliner.
The golden ticket. You get to come to Disney World as much as you want.
You never hear that. So, yeah, I'm just saying. Go ahead.
So, Rise of the Resistance is broken down. This is somebody on Twitter again. We'll pull his tweet up. Rise of the Resistance is broken down twice while I was in line. This is literally.
You just read this, isn't it?
No.
Is that a different person?
Yes.
Oh my God, it's a different person.
This is literally the second time I've been given a fast pass to come back, and there's silence, said one visitor Friday via Twitter, who posted multiple images chronicling their morning in the area. Let's go see.
Oh yeah, no, I did see this. But when she did get to ride it, she said it was really good.
Yeah, that's what we're hearing. So the attraction was so popular, the Florida park was using the viral queue.
It's virtual queue.
The viral queue.
Fake news. It's the virtual queuing system.
I'm like, wait a minute.
It's the virtual queuing system, and what that means is those that want you have to get in line to get on the virtual queuing system, and so people are there at 4:30 in the morning to get virtual queue to get passes. Or you can do it on your app. I'm not exactly sure how they're doing it. People said they were in line for it. I think it's on the app.
It's like when you go to Ruby Tuesdays and they give you a buzzer. And it's
on your phone, isn't it?
Yeah.
So unless you don't have a phone, then they probably do give you a buzzer.
If you don't have a phone, you can't even do Disney parks anymore.
I mean, pretty much.
I mean, you can't.
So, but they were used up by 8:30 yesterday, 9 a.m. today.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. But they reached out to Disney World. The Hollywood Reporter reached out to Disney World, and they're not immediately available for comment. Probably Probably.
We're like, oh, we do!
Because Bob Chapek made such a big deal.
Honestly, I think if he had not lowered himself to behave like a ass clown, the people wouldn't be so, throwing it back at him. He threw so much shade that it's like that meme where the one person's shoveling it over the other person's fence and they're shoveling it.
Aeneas Artesian, yeah.
Yeah, that one. It's like that, but with Bob Chapek, because he had to be catty, he had to throw shade and act like an ass. It's coming back to bite him and his.
Yeah, it is. And look, they fire. Look, this is a cluster. The Galaxy's Edge. I don't care. What your final thoughts are once you get through the ride. The way this was rolled out has been a huge cluster, a huge black eye for Disney. And yes, the ride systems are impressive. Thank the Imagineers for that.
Yeah, no one's questioning if the ride's good. Everything I've seen and heard is the ride. Now, it's not exactly up to what they said it would be. I mean, like, you're supposed to be like underneath the at walkers, supposed to be like
they were supposed to be shooting and they're not shooting.
And you're supposed to be able to, their eyes are all lit, the screen's lit up and everything else. They don't. You're like an elevator. You go up and you can look into one. It's kind of how it is. But it is a really cool ride. No one has said it isn't. These people that were bitching about it in the comments, like, clearly didn't watch the video because we spent most of the video talking about how it's a very difficult ride. It's very advanced. It's going to break down. I would expect nothing less.
Everybody expected breakdowns because every new ride breaks down. But the difference with this one is that there was months of advance warning that people had been leaking that this ride needed more testing to be show ready, so this would not happen, so it wouldn't get a PR black eye on opening day. So now people are going to go read the headlines, on major news outlets, LA Times, Hollywood Reporter. It's a matter of time till CNN picks it up and it's like, oh wow, this stupid thing breaks down all the time.
Well, then, like I said, an hour to leaving the park opens, all the boarding passes are gone. So if you don't know about the virtual queuing and know what you're not going to get on this ride. You might have made a whole trip here from another country, and you might not get on this ride. However, I want to say real quick before you go down here, this article is from Jessica over here. I like her a lot. Anyway.
Yeah, I know you read her stuff.
I like her.
Yeah,
I just want to give her a shout out because I like her.
Rise of the Resistance, people said that, they were like not even able to use their pad, like they had to come back again. What if you're there what if you took off a day of work? I mean, you said about people flying in. There probably are people who flew in from another country just to ride the ride, and maybe they didn't get to or had to wait forever. But what if you took a day off of work and you couldn't do it? While it's not openly known what's causing the operational issues,
I think there's multiple things.
There are multiple things.
It just wasn't ready, and it's super advanced.
Yeah, so it said that the downtimes had been relatively short, so it's not like it's going down and staying down, thankfully.
But unfortunately, it's going down enough that not everybody who has been given a ticket to ride gets to ride. And that's where the problem comes. Yeah,
those evacuated from the queue pre-show or on board the attraction have received same-day re-entry fast passes, but offers little solace after 2 back-to-back evacuations.
But that's great if you get same-day re-entry, but you still don't get to ride, and those people get re-entries are pushing people who have boarding passes out.
Yeah, that's just it. They said last night guests in later boarding groups were denied access to the attraction after having waited all day.
They literally waited around the parks all day and then were told, no, even though you have a ticket and you were going to ride, you didn't get to ride.
Yep. And even joining a boarding group is not a guarantee they'll be able to experience the ride. Guests whose boarding groups were not able to be accommodated received an anytime fast pass for the attraction. One-day park hopper. So basically, they realize you lost a day.
Yeah.
But that's at Disney. If you lost a day of work, or you know what I'm saying? Like
you can't take a day off work just to come back.
You can't get that back.
And most people who live there have annual passes. So.
Well, that's the thing too. They didn't do annual pass holder previews, which normally
because they weren't ready to. They didn't do the cast member previews. Did they? I don't think either did. I know they did some testing.
They did some testing because we had cast members coming to us. Don't fire them, Disney. They were just concerned.
They don't know who they are.
No, they don't know who they are. But we had people coming to us saying, "Look, the testing is not going good. Here's what's going on."
I meant the cast member previews and testing, but I know they had groups going through. I just don't know.
Yeah, they had people going through, but they didn't do as much testing on this ride as they have for other rides that weren't as complicated. Avatar, Flight of Passage, they were doing previews like 3 weeks, 4 weeks before it opened. I remember they were doing.
It was like a month out.
Yeah, they were doing annual pass holder previews like the beginning of May. And then it didn't open until the end of May.
I think there's just too many problems. They changed things partway through. I think they just didn't give it the time it needed, and it's coming back to bite them.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Despite an official listed park opening time of 9, very flexible. Anybody who does the Disney parks knows that you get there really, really early. You can usually get in before the park opens, especially for attractions like Flight of Passage.
But like you said, it has people who do Disney a lot would know that. A lot of people wouldn't know that.
So they're like, oh, let's get on the bus at 9. You know, it's like, no,
don't do that ever.
No. You get in the Uber at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, because I know like Flight of Passage, they open it like even though the park doesn't open, say it opens at 8, they let people in to start lining up for Flight of Passage. Like 7:30, 7. You want to be there probably at like 5:30 to get in line to go line up. They'll walk your line down, and then you have to wait for the rope drop to go further in. But they'll sometimes let you in about 20 minutes early. We were actually through. Squid King and I rode Flight of Passage. The last time we took the whole family down, what was that? Was that February? I think it was February. April. We were there in April. We took the family down, and we got through the ride, and we were in the gift shop at like 8:45. Or whatever. I know. I know when we went before and we got there when our daughter was hit with a stroller and had her phone broken
and broke her phone
and got herself all cut up and hurt. We were through it before 8.
Yeah, some old lady with a.
It wasn't an old lady. It was a mom with a stroller.
Oh, it was a Karen. That's
it was a Karen.
It was a Karen ran over her daughter.
No, she ran into Tristan and hit him, in which he then in turn hit our daughter. She dropped her phone, broke her phone, cut herself all up, and then I felt so bad because we were gonna get trampled. We couldn't stop, so I couldn't pick her up. But I had just grabbed her and just kept pulling her, and she was crying, and I felt terrible. But if we stopped to bend over, we would have got trampled. Because the whole crowd, they tell you not to run. They run. They're stampeding to go get in Flight of Passage. So we could not stop. We had to keep going. And then it was awful. I felt so terrible for her. She was okay, but she was cut up.
So the point of this being that they weren't there early enough, but most normal people would be like, oh, it doesn't open until 9. I got plenty of time. No, they were out of boarding passes at 8:10 in the morning, almost an hour before.
But the good news is it isn't open till 8, but Galaxy's Edge is open, so is Toy Story Land. So if you want to go to Toy Story Land and give up about Star Wars, you can go right in and probably ride whatever you wanted as long as you wanted.
That's true, because normally you have to pay for that. They have like an early morning breakfast thing where they open Toy Story Land, and you get breakfast and you can ride Slinky Dog Dash as many times as you want to.
The park is open to 6 a.m. the past 2 days.
Oh, wow.
Unbeknownst to most Disney Resort guests.
Quietly opened at 6.
I would have expected it, though, because that's what we've been doing this a long time.
Yeah,
most people wouldn't have expected it. I would have expected I would have been in line like as soon as they let me line up. But,
Well, yesterday people were lining up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
I think earlier than that.
They knew.
My one friends, I think, were there at 4:30.
Yeah, people don't get that. But they do that all the time. Like I said, the hot rides, a lot of times you can get through, if you get your ass there early, you can get through first thing in the morning because most people haven't even realized that you can go that early.
That's why park hoppers are your friend. Anyway, they cost more, but it's worth it because then you can just leave and go do something else. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, so if you're headed to Disney World to ride the new ride, do keep in mind the hours are constantly changing. Yep. In order to be able to secure a boarding group, you'll have to beat the crowds, which may or may not be there 3 hours before official opening. Now, here's the problem. This is actually supposed to be the light time of the month. I'm not talking female issues. I'm talking at Disney. The first week of December is usually historically
Christmas.
Light. The crowds
my God. I will not go at Christmas through New Year's. I refuse. Like a week before Christmas through like the second week of January, I refuse to do it.
I predict what is going to happen if they don't get the bugs worked out in this.
Oh, it's going to be a cluster to have.
You're going to have the angry moms and dads who are bringing the family down for Christmas. This thing is going to be tested beyond belief. And you're going to have people bitching on social media that their entire Christmas vacation was ruined because they planned it around Star Wars Land and the ride was down.
Or they couldn't get a boarding pass.
Or oh my God, they had to wait.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you had to wait at Disney? Imagine that.
You had to wait.
Oh.
And then it'll be really interesting to see if Universal throws the same
Universal
shade,
because I think Universal is trying to be the better person. Because I know when they could have there's things they could have done to throw shade during like D23 and different things, and they didn't do it. I don't think they're going to do it because I don't think they want to give out too much information, and I don't think they want to lower themselves.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're going to quietly drop Mario on everyone after Disney has built all of their rides they've announced, and they have time to learn. From that, they'll be like,
it won't be after, will it? Because it's the same year.
2023,
isn't it? Yeah.
It's for Epic Universe, which is and they haven't officially announced Mario for it, but you can see
it's in the concept
Mario in the concept art.
Yeah.
But he
kind of said it without saying it.
Yeah, it's Mario's totally.
But anyway, we're really off topic. But here's the thing: is the ride good? Yes, the ride looks really good. I think it looks great. I prefer if it was classic trilogy. I don't like the new movies, but for what it is, I think they did a good job. Imagineers, way to go. Disney cast members, good job. But they pushed it through. Even if they hadn't pushed it through, I still expected to break down. And to be fair, I expected a lot worse than we were getting.
I expected it to go down and stay down for hours.
So I'll give to their credit. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
Because we're not gonna. So here's the thing about our channel is we're gonna be fair. If something sucks, we're gonna say so because we're not here just to like, you know, contrary to what people think, just to throw shade and bash. If it's good, we'll say it's good. The ride looks good, but because it looks so good, it's gonna be riddled with problems.
Yeah, so if you can get through, I'm sure you're going to have a great ride. And for those of you who think we're nothing but haters, I'm sorry, change the channel.
But your comments and money spend the same, so thank you. Yes. You're going to finance our next trip to Disney, so
thank you for that. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk later.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.